Hello everybody, I want to make a quick video about how to watch your own VODs. This is not necessarily a game specific skill. I feel like this is related to like all games. So what I want to do today is to show how I do a lot of VOD watching, and based on the three different games that I currently play nowadays, which is Skullgirls, Melty, and Melee. And I've pulled up three matches. We'll only watch like one match or something, so it won't be too big. So what I just want to start off with is the objectives on the side over there. You can't see it. You can't see my mouse when I hover over there. The objectives that I wanted to talk about was a lot of times when people do a lot of VOD watching, they just kind of watch it passively, and I feel like it's useful to just passively watch something, you know, because first of all it's fun. Second of all, you might learn something new here and there. But the most important thing to think about when especially trying to VOD watch is that if you watch it actively, you can focus on the decision making that's happening in the match, because you're not playing in it, you know. Because when you're playing in a video game or in a fighting game, you are very intently focused on what's happening because you're playing, right? But you don't have enough time to take in the entire what's happening in the entire match. Like, you don't have enough time to sort of like pause and wait, oh, they're in this sort of situation and I should probably go for this or whatever like that. The game is just going. The benefit of watching a video back is that you can stop it and rewind it and go in very slowly or frame by frame or anything like that. You have a lot of benefits in that, which you don't have when you're playing, so try to focus on that a lot. Secondly, again, this is sort of the first thing, is watch your intentionality. Like, don't try to just watch something passively. If you're trying to learn from it, if you're not trying to learn from it, if you're just watching like, oh, I want to see how Japan plays Skullgirls or something, then that's perfectly fine. But if you're trying to learn from a VOD, it's really important to watch it intentionally and try to understand everything that's going on. Another thing that I wanted to mention was look for VODs of top players versus mid-level players. This is something that doesn't come up very often. The problem with sort of looking for top level footage all the time is that both of the players that are playing are evidently going to be really good, because that's why they're top players. And because of that, the interactions that they come across will often not be the interactions that you have to come across when you have to play against other players. Like, say, if you're just going on quick match or something, you will play against some random Philia and you're some random Valentine, and the interactions that you guys will have will not be the same as what Cloud versus SONICFOX will have. So if you watch Cloud play against a mid-level Philia, mid-level Falco, mid-level Philia, can't think of any off the top of my head, you will see stuff that he will do that the other Philia player will like not respond to as well, and Cloud will be more likely to show his level 1 gameplay. Not to sort of it's not meant to be a derision of Cloud or anything, but he will like try to focus on his basics and get the match over with as soon as possible. But that'll give you a lot more tips on how to like form a basic game plan. What he will be doing against Sonic more often is, you know, try to focus on how to beat SONICFOX, because SONICFOX is pretty good. So that sort of stuff is pretty important to recognize. Another thing to mention is that because you can pause the video and you can watch it really slowly, you have the time to think ahead of the match and try to understand, like, try to find like what decisions can happen based on the variables that you're given. For example, like, you can try to stop a game and then go, okay, because Philly is in the air at this height and Valentine's on the ground at this distance, and I have this assist available, and they were super jumping, so they don't have their assist available, the correct decisions come up to be one of 3 different things. And you can try to think like, hey, I thought of these 1 or 3 things, and I would probably go with this because of X, Y, and Z. Whereas Cloud might try for something different, and either it reaffirms your either he does the same thing that you thought of, and you're like, okay, this reaffirms what I'm thinking, or he might do something completely different, in which case you have to sort of go back and assess, like, okay, what did I not take into account here? Why did he do this thing differently than I did? Also, constantly check for your understanding of the game. This is again like the same sort of thing as I mentioned before, is try to like always understand, like, okay, maybe if you were watching a VOD, you didn't realize that Philia had super jump, so she couldn't call her assist, and that's why the decision that Cloud made was different than what you thought in that particular situation. The last thing I wanted to mention before we jump into it is quality over quantity. So the thing is that VOD watching, much like playing the fighting games, is not like just an XP bar that you fill up by just playing a bunch of matches. The quality of your ability to learn from matches and the quality of your ability to VOD watch will determine how much you learn from it, as opposed to just like I watch VODs 2 hours a day and I play the fighting game 3 hours a day. Why am I not getting better? The chances are you're not actually doing it very intentionally or specifically. So specificity and intentionality are very, very important in trying to get better, and VOD watching is another example of that. Before we start, I just wanted to mention a quick thing that like VOD watching really can be a great substitute for not being able to play consistently, because this trains your decision making, which is something you need in in a fighting game. As you keep getting better at making decisions in a vacuum, it helps you to be able to make decisions on the go as well. Like if you're just thinking about, okay, in this situation I would do this, and then that's what they do, and then the more you practice it, the better you get at doing it quickly, and then after that it's just a matter of execution. Because the decision making part you're already training outside of the game. The execution part you can train inside the game, and then you'll get better a lot quickly, as opposed to somebody who plays video games for 3 hours a day and doesn't really try to think about that. So that's the last thing I wanted to mention. So for VOD watching, what I like to do, this is my personal process now. So I like to go on websites like Tuna with Bacon for Skullgirls and Melty.games for Melty Blood. These websites are really good because they store matches, and they categorize it in terms of like for say Skullgirls, I can look up matches like, hey, this is SONICFOX, I just want to watch any SONICFOX VOD, for instance, for this example. In other examples, I might go, hey, I want to watch Sonic play Robo, or I want to watch, I don't know, Cloud play Valentine against Ophelia. Like, you can set which matches they should be, and this is really helpful for quickly getting through something, like as opposed to going on YouTube and trying to search anything, you might not find it. Here, this is a dedicated database. Similarly to Melty.games, you can just go, hey, I want to look up C-Arc because it's a character I'm learning. C-Arc, like Koki, who's one of the best C-Arcs in the world. I want to see him play against a Seifuku Aki. I don't know what to do in this matchup, so I want to see what he does and try to build a game plan based on that. I just wanted to mention those things real quick, and and that's pretty much it. We're just going to jump in right now. Another thing I like doing is I like to pull up a notepad. So I have this notepad right here. So for this VOD, for this Skullgirls match, we're gonna watch Sonic vs. Doppler. I'm gonna put in Skullgirls, Sonic, Doppler. Anyway, so what I'm gonna write, this is Philia versus Double. So this is what I like to do. So now we're gonna watch SONICFOX vs. Doppler. This is because I wanted to watch a Philia versus Double matchup, but I also wanted to watch. So I'm a Philia player. I want to watch how Philia fights Double, for instance. And the best Philia in the world is either SONICFOX or Wing Zero. Take your pick. I prefer watching SONICFOX a little bit more because SONICFOX plays a team, so a bit more assists come into play. If you want to watch like how solo Philia fights it, then Wing Zero would be a better answer for you. But let's just watch this. So Sonic is Philia and Doppler's playing Double. We're only going to watch one match. Just so I keep it brief. I don't want to make this video too long. So if we just start, we have to think about, okay, first of all, this is round start spacing. Round start spacing is very important in any fighting game that has it. In Melty it's a little bit different. We'll get to it when we get to it. But okay, round start spacing is really important in fighting games because this is like very, this is where the round is going to start, and if you can win round start effectively, you basically get free advantage without them being able to do anything. So if we just watch this, we'll see what SONICFOX does and what Doppler does at round start. This is the first match that they play, I think. So what Sonic does immediately is he does dash jump, light punch, jump, heavy airball. Doppler does jump back something. Let me try to see what he did. Oh, he did. So Doppler did jumping heavy kick backwards, and also called Peacock alongside it, whereas SONICFOX just did dash jump light punch. Is it dash jump light punch? Yeah, it's a dash jump light punch because he saw the dash at the start. So, and he gets this. He dropped it. He can make this a full combo, but okay. So what we learned is at round start, Sonic does dash JLP. So the benefit of watching a first match, by the way, is that there's no, like, you can assume that there's no reads that have been made throughout the match. So like they haven't essentially like learned how the other person plays extremely. So they will try their best defaults in the scenario. So Doppler likes to do, or Doppler did jump back heavy kick and call Peacock because it's a very safe opener. Whereas Sonic did dash jump light punch because presumably it beats any jump normal that Double tries to do because dash jump light punch is really quick. And this is something I already know, but if you don't know this, then that's something you have to sort of think about, like, why did that work? Like, if you think about the aerial speed of double, like, her jump heavy punch is 17 frames is kind of slow, her jump medium punch is kind of sort of slow, but doesn't hit that, like, low angle that well either. Jump medium kick is kind of quick, but, like, if it whiffs, then he could, you know, lose or something. Jumping heavy kick is kind of quick as well, or decently quick, but the area comes down, but if you get hit, the area doesn't protect you. So knowing all these things is pretty important. So that's why the dash jump light punch is really useful for Sonic's affiliate. So this beats doubles aerials at round start. Doppler could do other things such as call beat extend or something that could beat it, but depends on like if the beat extend gets meaty or something. But basically that's what you need to you sort of need to analyze. I usually like making notes like this. You don't have to if you don't want to. I like making notes because I forget things really easily. This is just me personally. So I'll write this down and then I'll put it into like a documents folder or something. Like if I watch this over, then I go, okay, I watched this and I know what happened this match. So Sonic did. Let's go back to the match. So Sonic tried to combo this, but he messed it up. That's fine. So Doppler tried to up back, so he got hit low because he was standing as we saw, and then he got hit by a low. And the exclamation mark and stuff showed as well. Sonic used that crush medium kick and followed it up with doubles medium bomber. Is that? Yes, it's medium bomber. So Sonic, and then he goes for like another reset, and goes for another reset. So double dies pretty much immediately. So double didn't get to play. So that's the benefit of having a strong round start, and that's something you can watch, you know, over and over. Like, okay, this is what it happens. This is why he won, basically. Like he won neutral just because he won round start, and then after that, Doppler didn't get to play. Okay, so this incoming here. Another thing I wanted to mention is key moments. So key moments in a fighting game would be something where, like, you know, anything major happens, like a knockdown or some sort of reset to neutral or like round start, for example. This is why I mentioned round start here. Then I can mention like big band incoming. And if I could type, you know, big band incoming. This is an important, this is key moment because it's, you know, something major has happened in the game, and it's important to recognize what is going to be happening afterwards. So what Sonic does here, first of all, kills the double. So he just waits and calls double. If he calls double like that, Doppler can't. If he meshes on incoming, he SONICFOX's affiliate is protected. He sacrifices his assist basically. I guess sacrifice is a bad word. Like he just, you know, he calls his assist to make him block, and then he'll go in afterwards. Messes up his combo. Messes up like the block pressure that he wants afterwards. Okay, yeah, he can pick that up, but he like dropped it a little bit. Kind of whatever. Doppler teched into the corner. So Sonic played really safe. Hold double assist. Then went in. So what Doppler could have done is he got a PBDC to something, because he can push block the double assist and then like push block guard cancel, do super or something, because Big Bang Super is pretty good. Or he could just land and then try to, you know, use any chicken block things that he could, like parries or something. Okay. The Sonic is still pressuring. Doppler hasn't got a reversal out. He might try now. He just did it. So this is another sort of key moment almost. So he does this, and Sonic backs off over here, and then calls double again. So we sort of notice that SONICFOX's approach to fighting against Big Band is being very safe, and just calling double assist, and like seeing what is going to happen afterwards. Because, again, we mentioned that like SONICFOX, so this is a better representation of what a basic game plan could be. Obviously, this is also game 1, by the way. As Sonic learns more about Doppler's playstyle, he might choose to make harder reads about what Doppler might specifically want to do. But because this is game 1, he's just trying to gain information, he will play this extremely safely and see what happens. So what Doppler does here is that he just calls Light George and does A-Train. Does heavy A-Train even. DHC, gets a full combo here. I guess he doesn't go for the full combo. Calls BDXM but no confirm. Okay, so this is another thing, like, now that Sonic is playing against Peacock, this is something that we gotta learn to look for again, like, what does Sonic do against Peacock? So he does super jump, he avoids the item. How does he avoid the item? I don't actually get it. I'm not, like, making a joke, I seriously don't get it. Oh, he called it too, okay, he did it too late, because the frame advantage from the heavy gun and then, like, M item, it doesn't lock him down or anything. So SONICFOX can block that and then just super jump immediately, and then Doppler can't do anything about it. Again, that's just something we learned from, like, knowing the game physics that well, and then, like, okay, this is what's happening because of what we know. He tries to air dash a medium punch, but the big man, the timing on the button, because I think the medium punch is meant to stuff the BDXM call, but his timing was a bit off, so he got hit. Okay, what happened here? I'll also add the videos to this description, by the way, if you guys want to watch them back. He does light drill. Okay, sure. So, Doppler lets go of this medium item, which is a level 1 at the moment. That's air to air, because, like, he's reading, like, Sonic is probably going to try to jump more, because most Philly is jump. So this is, like, a Doppler's default game plan against most Philly is. Of course, like, he might have studied SONICFOX, because SONICFOX is a top player, so, like, top players often get studied more often than, like, mid-level players. Like, everybody, like, there would be more research going into how to beat SONICFOX than, like, how to beat Doppler, for instance. I keep ragging on Doppler, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to. So he gets a counter hit. How did he get this counter hit? So again, this is a key moment. Like, getting hit, like, in a clean hit like this is a key moment to understand what happened here. So, he push blocked. So, Doppler push blocked him. SONICFOX with this crush light kick, but because he's stuck in the push block, he's, like, still is kind of advantaged. So Doppler tries to do heavy light plane, but because SONICFOX is so quick on getting in, he just hits him and then gets a heavy counter hit, and then SONICFOX might do a heavy counter hit combo, and he just drops it, never mind. But he has safety AC, never mind. Does he alpha counter? He can alpha counter here. Burst, he could burst AC there again. Just lack of, like, alpha counter usage, I guess. Oh, yeah, he can't really punish, I guess. Oh, he didn't even meter the car either. Yeah. So, like, this is why you would think, like, okay, if you were in the situation when you see this Argus... Oh, a little bit further back. Yeah. You see this Argus, you might be like, oh, like, I will just car here immediately because it's going to hit both characters. Because Big Ben's over here, he can't DHC. And Peacock is stuck doing the super. But Double didn't have any meter, so she couldn't DHC. So this is sort of the stuff you should be looking for as well. I'm not the best at it either, so that's why I wanted to mention it. Gets a decimeter punish on the Fuku assist. Yeah, called BXN again to keep himself safe. Teleports out because SONICFOX jumped. Once double jumps. This is like double versus Peacock now. I'm significantly less interested in watching this matchup, so I'm kind of just saving through it. Yeah, but because he jumps, so yeah, free teleport out. Poking with your medium punch, that's good. Yeah, trying to keep really safe. Oh, finds the BX from here. Goes for a little bit of a burst bait, but SONICFOX neither bursts nor does anything. Oh, he gets the safety AC here. Yeah. Wow, he got hit by both characters. That sucks. He got BXN and then got hit by car anyway. That is really, really sad. But that's sort of the way I would sort of watch this back. Obviously, like, I'm trying to skim through this a little bit quickly, so that's why I'm trying to record a video, so that's why I'm going to skim through this quickly. But if I were watching this for myself, I would be, like, very deeply studying the Philia double stuff that, Philia versus double stuff that SONICFOX is doing. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see a ton of it because Double died pretty much immediately, but that round stuff was really important. And then after that, the Big Ben incoming, and then, like, Peacock stuff, I should probably write that down as well. Peacock versus Philia. After H gun super jump. Seems really good because he can't lock down the super jump. This should be Philia vs Peacock, guy. So that's that. So this is basically just this one match. Next we'll be going to that Melty match. So the next one I wanted to watch was Koki versus Nia. Okay, the video is a bit low quality, but we can see this is Koki and this is Nia. So Melty Blood. So Melty Blood is a different game than Skullgirls because one, it doesn't have assists. That's pretty important to know. Second of all, this is like a game that I'm pretty new to as well, and this is also a character that I'm also very new to, so like I'll be seeing a bunch of stuff that will interest me a lot. But anyway, we're just ready to go. So Randstad and Melty is a bit different than in Squaggles, because in Randstad you can move, like this. So what Cookie tries to do is, I'll write down Randstad. Cookie, stay pretty far. He just stays there, right? But then at the end of it, he dashes. Well, then at the end, he dashes. Why would he do this? Like, he might be goading Nia into doing something. Like, because he waits, like, a long time here. He, like, backdashes immediately. Or fairly immediately. And then just stays at this spacing. And then after that, like, as the round is finishing, or, like, the round start is happening, he dashes forward. The one thing to note is that, like, when the thing happens where it says ready go or whatever it says, when that sort of thing is happening, like, it's harder to see what's going on, so it might be sort of a visual trickery as well to see what actually might be happening. And also, like, Cookie might react differently if Nia was also, like, not being full screen, or if they were trying to get closer, then Cookie might try to, like, be different. So what he does immediately, round thought option, he does dash forward, dash jump. I'm not sure if he reacts immediately. I don't know if it's that immediate. So Nia does double jump here. Oh, they double jump at the same time. There's no way he reacted then. Maybe he reacted to the super jump though, because he did super jump, as we see with the clouds on the bottom. Yeah, maybe he reacted to the super jump. Now I'm gonna put in, like, this is something I call reaction points. I've learned this from SONICFOX as a melee student. Reaction points are something that, like, basically you take some time where you can't do anything, or you're stuck in some sort of animation and you literally look at what the other characters is doing. It's really important to be good at that sort of skill, because it's giving you free information that you can use for decision making. Because the thing is, in multiplayer, you don't want to be below somebody that much. Like, if somebody's above you, they have some sort of advantage, unless you can do something about it. But, like, being inactionable and having them above you is, like, really, really bad, because there's no guaranteed end here. There's no Dragon Ball 2H or, like, a Guilty Gear 6P or anything like that to help you out. So what? Okay, we go back here. You might just do one match of this. He does jump back jab, and this lands immediately. Nia tries to cover their landing with the Sokode. So what he does is he backdashes, or he back jumps and then double jump back to maintain space. He seems to be, general game plan seems to be to maintain space. Like, doesn't want to go in immediately, like. So what he does then is, okay. Then he sort of sees the dash jump, he sees the jump back and dashes pretty reactively. So what he does is he pretty much sees this. Did he see that? This is, again, important to note. Yeah, he pretty much, like, reactively sees the back jump and then dash jumps. And then double jumps to maintain height advantage at, like, this sort of spacing. Nia tries to cover that dash jump forward with a whatever this move is. But Cookie, like, had double jumped afterwards as well. So now he sees a free opening to air dash jump C, and then Sonic, he can't really confirm because it's a air hit like that, so he gets attacked immediately. Has all his air options, so Cookie can't really pin down his landing leg well. Some mix up. Okay, so one thing to note here is that because Cookie jump block this, now he might get air unblockable, because in Melty Blood you can't block ground normal in the air. So Cookie tries to challenge that with jump A, but CSA 5B just hits that, I guess. Oh, drops the combo though. So after this tick, what happens? This is a key moment, right? So he ticks out of the corner. Nia doesn't read it at all and tries to sort of set up a jump in or something. So Cookie uses jump C to try to air, but Nia just falls down with jump C. Okay. So this like space controlling move thingy. So this happens. The difference here, why this one hit and the other one didn't, is first of all, like, Cookie just air dashed immediately. So this is pretty much the best height that he could get for this move to hit. Koki last time had done double jump air dash, so he got above to here. You guys can see my mouse probably. Yeah, you can see my mouse. So he got up to here and then like air dashed in to punish it as he went above, but this time he couldn't because he tried to air dash right at him. The difference here might be like he might be reading that Nia might not do this move and try to do like some sort of approach out of the corner, so that Koki would meet him air to air, but didn't seem to happen here. And but because like you get hit in the air melty, but because if you get air hit and melty like that, you can tech pretty much immediately. Like this is kind of whatever, right? This is a pretty good early tech, and then like tries to get some pressure back in. So getting hit in the air doesn't matter a whole lot unless you get counter hit. If you get counter hit, you just die. So he got hit by this mix-up. That's fine. This might also be ring wide. So again, did the same opening. He got full screen and then dash forward, dash jumped. This so could hit. I don't know what this is gonna hit. This is not trying to hit anything. But he couldn't catch. Koki couldn't catch it. Koki couldn't catch in time. Dash 5A to cover as he lands, like, I guess. Or it might just be some sort of like, I'm gonna see if you're still on the ground or something like that. I've definitely done something like this though, so I don't know how to feel about it. The jump C again, try to catch like if Nia might try to get out of the corner. Because right now, yeah, Nia puts themselves into the corner like this. So if they try to just fall down with a button or something, jump C will catch them. I'll go through that again. So right here, if they just fall down immediately and didn't do this air dash back, they would have to deal with this jump C, and this jump C is really big and really active. You might not know this, so you might have to look this up. But this move is pretty big. It's one of the first things you learn when you play this character. This move is amazingly big. So this jump C covers the air spot over here. Nia tries to air dash back to get away from it. The jump B doesn't hit. Try to protect themselves as they land. Okay. How did they land this hit? Let's go back again. Oh, they just, Nia just was too slow to react, I guess. Okay. Okay. Do this 4 mix up. This mix is pretty cheap. Oh, that combo's cool. Oh, that combo's really cool. This is some old combo stuff. I've never seen this before. Oh, they tech the throw and everything. That was sick. Counter rage burst. That jump 2B is pretty good, I guess. It like is a delayed frame trap. Like it's like a delay timing that might catch their like delay mashing as well. And it's safe on block. You can go into Rekkas on block or try to even like do like the jump 2B charge Rekka as like a mix up, I guess. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen it on the block pressure, which is what I was specifically after. So I kind of want to see what they do in that sort of spot. But if it doesn't show up, it's not a big deal. I mean, I can just go watch it by myself later. So Koki again does the same run start. They like get full screen and then like try to maintain height advantage by like a dash jump, neutral jump, dash jump, neutral, double jump. Nothing comes of it, so they just fall back. They see the big sort of hitbox whiff, and that's a free time to dash in. Or it doesn't seem very reactive. They just dashed in. But they saw the whiff afterwards and tried to catch it with the jump A. Didn't get it. So they just double jump away for safety. Again, sort of the same deal, like just trying to dash in like that. Again, this sort of whiffed. This is meant to be a Sonic, jump C Sonic. It's a input mishap. What they're trying to do is they're to jump C over here and Sonic this way. But because they land, they come out with 236A this way, so they can get this wrecker. Jump B to control space. Again, dash forward, just because they're like super far away, right? Arc's like dash is pretty quick in low profiles, and unlike most multi-dashes, Arc's dash is actually like infinite. She only stops when she crosses through the opponent like that. Crosses through like an opponent who's on the ground, otherwise she keeps moving indefinitely, which is not true in most multi-dashes. Most multi-dashes, like even if they're like a run style dash, they will stop at some point. Jump steam into air to air, I guess didn't work. Oh yeah, we already went over this. Again, like because she's so far away, and Koki's like, I'm just gonna dash in. Again, tries to catch as Nia jumps, but didn't get it. So we see that's like the general sort of plan is like when Sifku is doing stuff in the air, Koki's just trying to dash. Because her way of controlling the space on the ground is like very predictive. So what Nia tried to do is Nia tried to control this space over here, but by that time Cookie had already dashed over here. So it's a mix-up between, like, if they want to control this space by a flame pillar over here, Cookie can jump over, super jump or something and hit Nia for that. Or if they try to control this space and try to stop them from super jumping or jumping in general, they can just keep dashing and get under or something. So that's something I've learned here. Maintain space. Dash to mix up how the C-Say wants to control space. This seems very similar to how I would like to play this matchup as well, so I am happy that I am playing this matchup similar to how a top player would play it. At least in 2012, maybe they play it differently now. I couldn't find any footage recently. Again, dash through. Try to catch with that air dash jump A, didn't get it. Again, try to catch. That feels a bit weird. Yeah, try to catch like a falling, I guess. Didn't get it. But because of that, they put themselves in like a compromised situation. Yeah. And because like now C-Safe-Gu has the corner and C-Arc is stuck now. Has to deal with this normal. He had no options, but immediately teched anyway. That's pretty scary. If you tech that high up, like it's very easy for if the opponent reads it for like you to tech over here, they can like put out a jump B or something, and you might get hit. Or if they have some sort of grounded anti-air, which C-Safe-Gu unfortunately doesn't, outside of like 5C, I guess, which is pretty reactive or predictive. But I guess they would try to read like air tech later. Where Cookie mix it up and did an air tech early. That's pretty interesting. Woke under. That's a weird situation. Oh, that's pretty cool, oh, that's a mess up. Or I guess the mix-up didn't go their way, basically. Again, we see, like, because C-Safe-Gu is in the air. Again, we sort of see this, like, dash forward a lot. I don't think this was reactive to the double jump. The Cookie just saw that C-Safe-Gu could be on the ground and, like, try to dash up, I guess. But reacted in time, almost in time, to the fact that C-Safe-Gu quickly jumped out. And then, like, was trying to set up, like, something to beat what they would do in the... from the air. But it was a little bit too low. Or too late, sorry. The flame tongue, I guess, like, covered that. Yeah, later covered that. Essentially just a really big normal, right? Except it hits twice, so you can't counter hit confirm it, which is pretty important to know. Like, if there's only one hit, you get a full combo every time. It's really messed up. No, falls out with Sonic anyway. It doesn't get a full combo though, sadly. Yeah, see this dash? Now that's just like... Even the 5A whiffs, and they're like, yeah, I can just try to hit and get this. Yeah, dash throw to get a little bit more corner carry, but ended up in the corner anyway. Whoa. That was super weird. Let's look at it again. Tries to use a Sonic to cover behind, but 2A goes under, then 2B hits. Amazing. Whoa, stop what's happening. Ooh, that was really cool. Again, just like very dash through, right? Oh, whoa, that was sick. That was sick. That was so cool. Look at that. Okay, so what happens here? Cookie gets this, like, dash. Oh, the dash doesn't work out. Tries to dash again, but this time gets the cross through, which is pretty annoying. But maybe that was intentional? I'm not sure. Dash 5A on, like, because if you think about it, this is like Cookie's game plan in a nutshell, right? He just, like, is dashing and seeing what happens to cover C-Safe-Gu, like, trying to do stuff. Because C-Safe-Gu, like, doesn't have, like, the biggest normals air to ground. So, like, C-Safe-Gu, like, tries to control space with, like, the flame pillars and, like, the flame tongues and stuff like that. But, you know, you can just run and kind of beat a bunch of that. They regular jump, then double jump, and now they spent the air dash, and now they can't do anything. And this is, like, a really guaranteed 5A. And because the time is a factor here, you need to do, like, a really quick damaging combo. So 5A DP, air dash thingy, and air throw. And that's just enough damage to get the life lead and win the round. And win the game. That was so sick. So, but overall, we see the general game plan there, just from one match. Like, okay, I didn't need to watch 10 matches of CSFQ versus CR to understand what CR should be doing in the matchup. From like a top player perspective. I see that. You just kind of dash on the ground, seems to be pretty alright. And like use normals in like decent spots, so obviously. I didn't do as much note taking here, I should probably done it more. But yeah, I hope this is useful. I hope this is like helpful or informative in any way. I hope people like it. Again, we kind of go over the objectives, the how to watch VODs, focus on decision making, what they're doing, because you have all the time in the world to think about it. Watch with intentionality, because you have all the time in the world to think about what they're trying to do specifically. Look for top players versus mid-level players so that you have a better sense of what to look for in a basic game plan. If you're trying to look like, I want to see how Mango fights Dr. PP or something, then obviously you'll look for that. But that's very specific. Again, like if you're looking for like how does Falco fight Fox, for instance, like you will look for like Mango Falco versus any sort of mid-level Fox or something like that. Think ahead of the matches based on the variables. I try to always understand like how did this hit happen, how did this hit didn't happen, and if my understanding is not what is meant to be, or like if I realize something that's unique about what's happening, then I try to remember that. Constantly check the understanding of the game, same deal, and quality, not quantity. We only watched one match, and I feel like I learned a lot more from just watching one match than I would have from just watching this entire set. Obviously, it took longer than that. Like, watching this 4-minute match, like, took way longer than 4 minutes, right? So, there's some benefit to just gorging videos down, like, just watching hours and hours of footage, like, at max speed the entire time. But I feel like you don't really learn a lot from that. You just kind of like go, man, this stuff is happening. I can't really understand it that cleanly because you're not stopping and trying to check your understanding every time. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. There will be more videos coming shortly, like tutorials and stuff. This is like completely off the beaten path. I'm not gonna be doing this sort of content very often, but I hope people like it. I will edit this up so it's less than an hour, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.